So meme coin season is coming and we all need to prepare. Now, what I'm about to say is not necessarily financial advice. It's more like recommendations. Now, it has also come to my attention that many of you guys there in the United States don't have access to the Bitmart exchange. Now, unfortunately for you guys, the only option that you have is Pancake Swap. And Pancake Swap can be a pain sometimes, it can be a little bit tricky. But for you guys who don't know how to use it, there are plenty of videos that are here on YouTube with tutorials and instructions on how to use it. Depending on which chain you guys will be using, whether the Binance Smart Chain or the Ethereum chain, you'll have to send some of that over to PancakeSwap and then connect it to either one of two wallets, Trust Wallet or MetaMask. Now, personally, I wouldn't recommend MetaMask or Trust Wallet, which so happens to be the only two options, I think. I wouldn't recommend holding your coins on them for long periods because they've had a very terrible history with hacking. And so I can't recommend holding your coins on these wallets for a long period. My advice would be this. As soon as you purchase your coins, whether it's BNB Tiger or DRB or Puppets, you try to purchase a Ledger Flex and then send your coins over there immediately. Now, if it so happens that you can't afford a Ledger Flex, I'd advise that you make whatever device that you have Switzerland, which means that you make it completely safe, whether it's your smartphone or a laptop. I mean, you can use it for YouTube or to probably check on your emails, but that's basically it. I wouldn't advise you to use that specific device to do anything else other than to store your cryptocurrencies. Because then you may potentially open it up to getting hacked. You may get it compromised. No video games, no websites other than, like I said, probably to scroll on YouTube or to check an email. That would be my advice to you. That's if you have absolutely no other choice and you can't afford to purchase a ledger. So that's what I'd recommend. That's if you don't have any other options except for Pancake Swap. Now, I just want to note here, I've seen DRB on, I think, the Bitmart exchange and another exchange as well. But just so you guys know, the DRB that's on these exchanges is not the DRB that's on PancakeSwap, which is the real DRB, which is Digimon Rabbit. That has, I think, around 10 to 11 zeros. No, this DRB that's on the exchanges has around 3 zeros. And that's not the one that we're talking about here. Just for you guys to know. Okay, so here is another option. I think two other options aside from BNB Tiger, Puppets, and DRB. Now, if you guys don't want to deal with PancakeSwap, there is Wikiat. I've been watching Wikiat for the past couple of days, and I've noticed that it has been on a steady incline, I think for a couple of months, I think. Guys, Wikiat is coming from 10 zeros. And that's like the wealth transfer price right there that I've been telling you guys about. That you want to get in from around the 10 zeros area. From 7 to 10 zeros. And Wikiat is coming from 10 zeros. Look at where it's at right now. It's currently at 7 zeros, guys. That's excellent. That's the whole idea. And where do you think it's going? It's getting ready to eat all of them zeros, regardless of the fact that if Bitcoin tumbles, it may tumble temporarily, but that is completely irrelevant in comparison to where it's heading and the amount of zeros that it's about to delete. You see, so I like the way how Wikiat looks. It looks really good right now. So the option is, I happen to find that Wikiat is on the Gate exchange, guys. And I think the ticker symbol for it is WKC. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it's WKC. That's the ticker symbol for Wikiat on the Gate exchange. Currently, I think it's only on Gate exchange. If I'm wrong, you guys can correct me down below in the comments. Now, speaking of exchange, I happened to forget that I was to mention the CoinW exchange. Now, BNB Tiger is also on the CoinW exchange. But the thing is, I don't recommend anyone to purchase anything on that exchange. I went and did some vetting and researching on this exchange, and I'd advise anyone that has coins or BNB Tiger on this exchange to get them off immediately, because this exchange could very well be a scam. Now, I'm telling you from experience, from years of experience from dealing with these exchanges. Usually when these exchanges are brand new, you have to vet them very well. And when these new exchanges pop up, trust me, many of them are scams. And this CoinW exchange appears to be one of them. So if you have your BNB Tiger on there, I advise you get it off immediately. It would be better if you send it over to Bitmart if you have access to Bitmart. But if not, try to get a ledger, send it over there. But don't trust that CoinW exchange. It looks very, very shady. Now, back to the next option, meme coin that I want to tell you guys about, and that is Kishu Inu. Now, Kishu Inu is the better option. That's for you guys who don't want to deal with PancakeSwap at all. Kishu Inu currently has 10 zeros, guys. That's the wealth transfer price right there. You guys want to get in at the 10 zeros, especially if it's a prophetic meme coin. And Kishu Inu is, you see, because it's going to eat majority of those zeros that it has. Just like it's going to do very well, just like DRB, BNB Tiger, Wikiat, a lot of them. It's going to eat majority of those zeros in no time. So you guys might want to jump in. This is a good buy price. And like I said before, regardless of if the price temporarily dips with Bitcoin when it tumbles, that's irrelevant in comparison to where it's heading. You want to get in right now. Kishu Inu currently is on Poloniex, OKX, which I don't recommend, Mexi Global, Bitmart, Gate.io. So it's on a number of exchanges, so you guys have plenty of options. So Kishu Inu is at an excellent price right now. You guys want to jump in as soon as you can. Now, as far as these other meme coins that are at the 5 and 4 zeros era, like Bonk and Shiba Inu, Volt Inu, and Pepe, personally, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to tumble and for these coins to tumble as well and to gain a couple of zeros. Like I've said before many times, I have seen with my own eyes Shiba Inu crashing down to zero. And I've explained to you guys in previous videos that Shiba Inu will first crash to zero before it goes to the dollar level. So whether it appreciates with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin happens to currently make a spike, that is if it does happen to make a spike, you know, if it spikes up to 110,000, closes above and heads for that 133,000 prophetic price that Yah had shown me, obviously these coins are going to pop as well. But I'm not talking about that run. No. What I'm focused on and what I'm looking for is the 7 zeros in these coins, because I know it's coming. I've seen it. Shiba Inu will crash to zero, and I intend to scoop up as much as I can at those levels. And also Pepe, guys. You don't want to miss Pepe, because Pepe is going to do equally as well as Shiba Inu. Pepe is going to explode. It's going to create a lot of millionaires just like Shiba Inu. You see, so Pepe as well is going to tumble. I'm expecting it to tumble. I don't know how low it will go. With Pepe, it's a little bit tricky because I wasn't shown, but I know that these coins are going to react to Bitcoin when it tumbles as well. And I saw that literally Shiba Inu crashed down to nothing. So perhaps Pepe will go down to the 7, 6 zeros area. I don't know. It's very tricky, you see. But all I know is that you guys don't want to miss out when Pepe pops or Shiba Inu. But me personally, I'm waiting for them to tumble down to the 6, 7 zeros. Pepe and Bonk as well will tumble with it. You want to get in at those prices, 6, 7 zeros, as I've mentioned before. You get in at those prices and then ride it all the way up to over $1. You see. And as far as Volt Inu, I personally have seen it at, I think it was $2 or $9. Regardless, it will go over $1. It's Volt right now. I think it's at the 6 zeros. And one could say it's a good buy price. But like I said, when BTC tumbles, there's a possibility that it could tumble down to 7 or even 8 zeros as well, like Shiba Inu. And that would be an excellent purchase because they're all going over a dollar. They too will make multi-millionaires. So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you guys, so that you may, be prepared for the meme coin season that is inevitable. It's coming, and it's going to be bigger than the previous altcoin season that we had. Because I remembered it clearly from when Bitcoin tumbled. I think it was in 2017. Yes, I remember December of 2017, the 17th of December, Bitcoin started to tumble. And some coins didn't even wait for it to tumble. Some coins literally started spiking almost the very day when it started to tumble, like Redcoin. And while Bitcoin was going down, Redcoin started to spike. And then shortly thereafter, ETN started to spike. And for a 3-week period, these coins that had several zeros, they spiked up to 1 cent. They had several zeros. They quickly spiked up to 1 cent. I think ETN went to 3 cents. I don't remember exactly. I don't recall, but it doesn't matter. They did a tremendous, an amazing run within the span of 3 weeks, immediately after Bitcoin tumbled. After that great succubus was brought down, these coins, they just took off. And a lot of people made a lot of money in a very short period of time. Now, that was when liquidity in the markets was just so low in comparison to today. One can only imagine, with the amount of money, the trillions of dollars that's in the markets today. One can only imagine what's going to occur once Bitcoin tumbles and this liquidity shifts to these meme coins. It's going to be amazing. What a celebration. I mean, Ya has given me a glimpse of it. When I was watching in that vision, seeing Shiba Inu rising, I could feel the excitement globally from all the ones that are into Shiba Inu, from the Shiba army. I could feel their excitement. And that was something that's just indescribable, guys. Indescribable. I can't wait for that to occur, because there are definitely going to be some revels. There's definitely going to be some partying, some celebration, I tell you, that's coming. So you guys want to secure your positions, prepare yourself, be in position, purchase and hold and secure. Now that's what I wanted to share with you guys for now. You guys take care. Shalom and peace until next time.